Let's talk baits. I wanted to just kind of discuss some of my favorite baits. Some of these baits are baits that I've used before, had a lot of luck with. One of these baits is like my all-time favorite bait. One of these baits is like a nostalgic bait for me. And then some of these other ones are just baits that I've had luck with recently. We're gonna talk about all that. We'll start with bait number one. We'll start with the hard hitter, the crappie crankbait crawfish. This is the bait that is tried and true. I know it works, and it's the type of bait where if nothing else is working, I'm probably gonna switch to this. I lose this bait more than any other bait because I use it more than any other bait. It's just a little crankbait. It's supposed to mimic a crawfish. Got some treble hooks on it, and it just kind of swims through the water like this. A lot of different brands will make these. I believe Rebel makes a brand as well. They're kind of all the same, but yeah, this is like a tried and true bait for me. This is probably one of my favorites, and it's almost always going to be in my arsenal. And as soon as I lose it, I go buy another one. And yeah, that's bait number one. You can catch, it says crappie bait, but you can catch bass, bluegill, crappie. You can catch a lot of things on this. So this is a very versatile bait that's gonna be in my tackle box. So that's bait number one. Bait number two, the spinner bait. Bear in mind that all these baits are in their original packaging because I just picked these baits up like yesterday or the day before. They still have the little sticker on them, but because of that, I want you to see this. That bait is $1, man. There are some baits that are really expensive. You buy it and you're thinking, man, I really hope I don't lose this bait because it cost me $10. Versus something like a $1 bait that works just fine. I've caught fish on these types of baits. It's just a good old spinner bait. Definitely not weedless, so you're gonna catch some weeds for sure. It's got a big old hook on it. I got a few different colors. I also got red and yellow. Big fan of this bait for a couple reasons. One, I know it works. Spinner baits are tried and true bait, but also it was $1. So the pressure's off. If I lose this bait, it's not a big deal, and you're gonna lose baits. This is one that's gonna be in my arsenal a good bit, and I used to have a purple one that I used, and then I lost it. So just picked up a couple more, and we'll just keep doing that as long as they work. But yeah, this is a good bait here. So this is bait number two in the tackle box. Bait number three, almost the same type of bait, just a little bit different. A little like propeller bait, supposed to create a lot of movement in the water. Also just $1. I really don't have much experience with these at all. Just picked this up out of curiosity, so we'll see in some future videos how this does. I only got one of them, so if it works, maybe we'll get some more, but stay tuned to see how this one works. Bait number four, a good old Berkeley power bait, soft plastic worm. I picked these up. These are just a little bit of a different color than the ones I've been using. This color is a pumpkin chartreuse, but it's the exact same type of worm without taking it out of the packaging. That is basically what it looks like. It's got a little twirly tail on the end of it. Yeah, these work really well. Usually I'll Texas rig this just with an offset hook. I'll actually basically use an offset hook, Texas rig it through the top, make it weedless, and then I'll use a little weight that sits on the top of it so that I can get some depth and dive with it and get a little bit more distance out of the cast. But this is one that for me has made the cut and has ended up in my tackle box just because I've been impressed with how well they work. So bait number five, sticking right along with the soft plastic worms, the Yum Dinger. It's a 5-inch, I believe, 5-inch dinger. The color is going to be watermelon with red flakes, and this is just a straight worm. And the idea behind this worm is that I would just wacky rig it, as they call it, and you just take a hook it through the middle, and I'll open it up so you can kind of see what the movement of it would be. But first of all, I got to give it a sniff. Man, growing up, I used to love the way baits smelled. I fished a bass tournament once as a kid at like my local recreation department, and I was terrible and didn't win anything. But my sister was in the competition as well, and she won some stuff, and she won like these bass baits, and then she gave them to me, and I just remember like smelling them, and golly, man, like there's nothing like that smell. The idea is you hook it in the middle, and then as you bring it through the water, it kind of swims like that. That's a wacky rig. So that's how I understand it anyways. Don't have a lot of experience with wacky rigging, but excited to do it. I've done it before, but I'm way more confident in Texas rig, so excited to see how this works. I'm kind of sticking with that dark green color. It's very similar color to the pumpkin, green pumpkin. Bait number 6. We're talking about a green and yellow, 2.5 inch topwater frog made by Ozark Trail. I think I paid maybe $2 for this. I just saw it and said, you know what? This is as good as any. It's got 2 hooks, 1 on each side, as well as some little trail ends that it's got on there. It just looks like a frog. So I'm excited to give it a shot and see how it goes. So one of the ponds in the area has some lily pads. My thinking is I'm just gonna try to find some lily pads and just swim this over the top of those pads, see if I can get a bass to bite. But my hope is we can catch some bigger fish on this. And then bait number 7. This is the last bait. This one I'm a little nostalgic about. A jointed minnow. This one's made by Rapala jointed original finish minnow. Still in its original packaging, haven't taken it out yet, but I'm nostalgic about this because growing up, I would use honestly, it was jointed. I always called it a Brokeback Rebel. It was like this color of the frog. Had a lot of success on it, caught some bigger bass on it. So like as a kid, use that bait. So we'll see how this works. Man, it's about as basic as it gets, right? It looks like a fish. So it'll just swim in the water. It's a crankbait. There's some nostalgia there for me. Yeah, it should be a good addition, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But that's gonna about do it for today. These are just some of the baits that I'm interested in right now, baits that I know work. Let me know, comment below, and let me know what baits you really like to use. I especially really would like to know that because I'm always trying to add new baits to my arsenal. So let me know, and like this video if you liked it, and consider subscribing to the channel. It helps support me so I can make future content for you guys. And stay tuned, there'll be a lot more to come. See you on the next one.